Hey guys, just to continue where we left off, this is Miss Jaydee once again to cover the additional stocks that you guys have requested. So the goal is for me to review all these before Monday starts. Okay, so we are all guided and at least somehow you can reach or achieve sound decisions later or tomorrow. Okay, so by the way, if this is the first time you're watching my video, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I have new ones. Okay, let's start with AP. AP, okay, now on a weekly chart here for Aboitiz Power Corporation. Nice ending nung last week, guys. We ended green, ano? But just know that we are very near our resistance area, which is around 38.49. So nag-recover na to after oops, an extended period of downtrend since 2016 pa downtrend lang siya, pa downtrend pero since 2021 the bullish sentiment has started to kick in. So at the moment, balik na tayo sa daily chart, meron tayong resistance dito sa area ha. So it could be a little higher or lower. May peak dyan at 39.83, 39.29, but definitely at this point, on the way or on your way up, may mga fluctuations up and down yan. Pero the nearest resistance at the moment, kung i-measure ko yan, let's say nakapasok ka pa, no? Somewhere at the 37.20, that can only give you around 4.50. Now, sino ang magiging interesado sa level na to? I would have to say again, this is for long-term investors level. Kasi mga long-term investors, they accumulate regardless kahit kung saan yan. But kung ano ka, position trader, hindi mo to magugustuhan na setup. Okay, so yan ang outlook ko in the short term. So kung gusto mo hintayin mag-pullback pa muna, then you may do so. Kasi ngayon malapit na siya sa resistance. There is also, ang ganda rin pala ng anbigayan nila. Oh, 4.94 nung March. Pero I think isang beses lang sila nagbibigay per year. So that, expect that it's just around 4% uh, on average year on year. Okay, ang kanilang finances, tingnan natin. Uy, ang ganda ng Q1. Same. So, healthy ang financials nila. Di ba? And, yun siya. Okay? So, yan ang ating outlook. Outlook for AP. So, kung profitable ka, maybe consider locking some gains if you want para at least ma-experience mo naman yung gain. But overall, if you have the appetite to stay longer, baka kasi yung mga fluctuations niya medyo short term lang and then diretso pa rin pataas. Meron pang foreign buying kasi, so that could be your signal. ACEN. ACEN, okay. Ito si ACEN, I think medyo pa-recover na to eh. I know I talked about this in my previous video, and looks like it is already manifesting that recovery. If you can see it, nag-uumpisa na siya. Okay? Yan. So, yeah, on the way na to. Paakyat na to. So, if you want, just appreciate the fluctuation between 498 to 518. Pag may opportunity, pasukin nyo na. Kasi, number one, andyan na siya sa oversold at saka paakyat na rin yung kanyang RSI. Big sabihin yan, yung momentum andyan na. People are already showing interest na pumasok dito kasi sobrang discounted level na rin ito siya. Now, let's take a look at the financials. Ang ganda ng Q1 earnings. That's 224% against Q1 of 2022. So, mas profitable na sila ngayon, di ba? At imagine mo, nag-drop siya, you've given yourself 4,812. Parang kapag bumalik yan, at tawag dyan, bagger stock. Pag umabot nga siya ng 8, that's already a bagger stock. Kasi na 100% mo yung ano mo, yung investment mo dyan. Pero sobrang mura na niya. Actually, I should be watching this stock as well because ACEN is a very, the strong in fundamentals ng ACEN, owned by the Ayalas din ito, and they have big projects in and outside the country. So, abangan nyo lang yung mga balibalita dito. Okay? Ano to? Acquisition and disposition shares of another company. Tingnan natin to. Ano to? 11 days ago pa to. So, medyo old news na to. I'm sure napanood nyo na to if you're a holder of ACEN. At mabagal ang aking pag-load. So, hindi na kita hihintayin. Next stock is CHIB. CHIB, China Bank. Andyan pa rin, oh. Kita nyo? Downtrend pa rin siya eh. So, punta muna nga tayo sa weekly chart. Okay. Andyan pa siya, triggering pa. So, siguro next mong aabangan na area dito would be this level. Okay? Kasi bakit? If I look to the left, ito, may resistance ka sa area na yan. And since we've broken out of that resistance, umakyat tayo. Normally, ang mentality ng stock is pag nag-breakout siya, binabalikan. Stable muna, then diretso kung ang sentiment ng market talaga is really bullish sa stock na yan. Sideways muna siya bago umakyat. But that one thing's for sure is that yung previous mo na resistance dito, babalikan at gagawa ng support yan. So that's how it looks like. Oh, isa pa, ito pa, oh. Ayan pa, oh. So, medyo strong yan na possible support. So, at least when I did the weekly chart, mas naging malinis kaysa dito. Alright? Pero ito, ang mga long wicks na yan, ibig sabihin, ang laki ng mga kinita ng mga nag-intraday trade dyan. Kasi volatility talaga ang best friend ng mga nag-day trade. So, they would first look at it on a daily chart, tapos saka sila, ihihimay-himayin nila yan into a faster time frame. At yan. So, 28.50, nearest support. I am on the, conservative side pa rin kahit nag-green siya kasi may tendency siyang magganyan, na may green pero hindi na sustain. So, kung umakyat man siya, just mark the resistance, the MA20. Itong gitna na to, that's an MA20 line. So, kung may fluctuations going up, know that there's a possibility that it could be rejected sa MA20 level. Tapos babalik siya. So, some can still trade with that kind of trajectory, pero medyo mahirap yan kasi you're trading against the sentiment of the market. Wala kasing shorting sa Pilipinas, kaya ingat pag mga ganyan. Okay, ito rin. RCR, moving below the MA20 line. So, baka bumalik to. Mag-pullback, ayan o. Nakayuko si MA20. Tapos we ended down here. Baka babalik yan. At, oo, babalikan pa to, feeling ko. So, ingat, baka posibleng dito. Itong area na to. Yan, that is the next possible support. So, overall, ako, iiwasan ko muna ito. If you find it attractive, hintay lang. Ayaw. What? Okay. Linisin muna natin yan. Yan. Draw ko na lang to. Kita nyo to? Yan. Naka-downtrend yung trajectory niya. So, dito siya. Gaganyan yan. Okay? So, yan muna ang ating around 5 peso level yan. 5 peso level yung weekly chart niya. So, ibig sabihin, kung ang weekly mo on the bearish sentiment, chances are ganun din yung kwento niyan on a daily chart. Yan, oh. Kita mo? Moving below the MA20. Yan. So, in the short term, Short term to ah. So, nasa daily na tayo ngayon. Dito, posible. 5.49 muna siya before yung mas mababang level. So, check nyo muna yan. Okay? So, RCR. Alter. Alter is, okay. May doji ka. Tingnan natin kung ang doji na yan, ibig sabihin resistance yan. Actually, may resistance ka dito eh. Itong area na to, kung saan siya nag-end, that's a resistance. But yung actual doji niya is a little bit higher. Pero we know for a fact na ang support and resistance levels are not exactly on that line where I drew it. It's an area a little bit higher or lower. Posibleng mangyari yan. So, I find this level as, in the short term resistance siya. So, on your way up, posibleng babalik muna siya dito. So, if two things pwede ko siyang i-draw na ganito, babalikan yung 0.97. Ang isang angulo ay ganito, 0.97 Oops, remove drawing. Isang trajectory niya ay ito. Yan. Yan ang isang way na pag-draw dyan. Yan, ganyan yung galaw niya. So, ikaw bala kung paano mo siya i-draw. Pero definitely, either way, pag bumaba siya, pwede siyang, basta follow niya lang itong trajectory na to. Okay? So, yan ang galaw ngayon ni Alter. Resistance siya in the short term, pero if it will drop at gumawa at ni-respect ang higher low na tinatawag, then it is still on a bullish sentiment in the short term. So, ibig sabihin, kung gusto mong pumasok, basta wag ka lang bababa dito sa linya na guhit ko. Or kung gusto mo pumasok dyan, mag-set ka lang ng cut loss levels mo. Pag, let's say, one candlestick na bumaba pa dyan sa guhit na yan. So, that could be your confirmation na baka mag-breakdown in the price. Right? So, I think ito ang klaro ng guhit to. Kita niyo yan. Higher high. Nag-high siya dito. Pagbagsak niya, mas mataas kaysa dito sa baba. Pag akyat niya na naman, 1.04 is higher than 0.96. So, let us see. Overall, posibleng itetest niya ang area na ito. Kung tutuloy man tong pataas yan, mga baka dito na level 1.14. Yan, i-challenge niya yan. Next stock is si RLC. RLC, balik muna tayo sa aking favorite na chart. Alam nyo guys, may tanong sa akin, how do I set up my chart? Very easy. I choose the Bollinger Band. Click lang Bollinger Band. Wala na anything. Just the default. I click RSI. Search RSI. Just the default as well. Ayoko lang tong itong may guhit kasi minsan. So if I check yung settings, ito kasi may watermark Kita nyo, may pangalan sa likod. Too noisy na yan para sa akin. I remove that, remove the watermark, and then you're clean. Okay, so sino na next? I already talked about RLC. Siya yung last, di ba? Next is FCG. FCG. Uy, ang ganda. 8.70. Bounce to guys. Pero of course, syempre, ang laking jump yan ng isang araw lang, no? So, expect na mataas na volatility dyan. Pero one thing good is, ito napapansin ko lagi, pag extreme yung akyat na wala man lang wick sa taas, chances are may continuation at pwede pang mag-gap up. Okay? But, know that there's also a chance pag gap up niya, ang sentiment naman, pabagsak. Alam mo yun? umpisa niyang araw na gap up. Tapos, intraday, within the day, if you feel niyang gap, so ibig sabihin, magiging red ang candlestick niyan. Kasi you started high, you ended low, feeling that gap. Pwede rin continue lang, tapos high volatility. So, ibig sabihin yan, at any time, between 0.67 to 0.75, pag may opportunity ka, that's the perfect time na pasukin. Right? Kasi nga, bakit? Ang ganda ng pagkabagsak niya, oh. Pagkabagsak niya dito, at the 0.67, nag-recover siya. Binalikan niya ang 0.67. Ngayon, titingnan mo, anong itsura ng kanyang RSI? Ayan oh, bullish divergence. 2 points. 1, ba yan? Dito at dito. Price hitting the same level, tapos ito may kuan ka dyan, paakyat na RSI. Big sabihin yan, people are already interested. They're getting in. That's why, ang bilis ng, pero it doesn't happen all the time, ah. Pero ito, nag-manifest siya sa kaagad. Ang taas ng change nung Friday. Volume is also starting to pick up. So, my take here, anywhere from 0.67 to 0.75 would be your best entry point. Ang hindi ko lang makontrol bukas ay kung mag-gap up siya at alam mo yun, pag gumap up yan, at papasukin mo pa rin, ay highly recommend na bantayan mo kasi ang bilis ng mga kamay ng mga yan. Normally, within 30 minutes to an hour, dyan ang highly volatile na segment. Let's talk about TEL. TEL, okay, si TEL, medyo umangat kasi siya. So, what's happening right now is a bit of pullback. Babalikan mo na to. So, saan siya posibleng bumalik? 1,297. Yan. 1,288. Pwedeng balikan niya yan. Bakit? Kasi dito, nakita ko may resistance. Resistance. Support. Yan, di ba? So, previous resistance, pag binalikan mo, ay magiging support. Yan. So, expect na possible, 1,288. Pero, ayan na siya. Don't worry about it. It's starting to recover. Normal lang yan na may mga profit taking na nangyayari on your way up. But imagine, starting ka na. Ayan na siya eh. Mauna to ka sa globe. Nagulat ako sa stock. Wait lang. Baka bakit naging 5 pesos na lang to? Di ba? Kabisado ko tong chart ni Globe eh. Meron kasi akong Globe. Ayan. 1,704. That's the support area. Okay? So, may chance pa rin kayo guys. Yan oh, flat pa rin siya. Yan. Pero tingnan natin. Oh, yung iyong RSI ay medyo paakyat na. Wait lang. Remove drawing. Ito. Yan. Paakyat. A little. Kung gusto mo, extend mo pa. Oh, yan. Paakyat siya while the price is staying flat right here. So, that is for Globe. Expect 1,704 area for 1,700. Pwede pa yan. It's an area. Tapos yung resistance mo, punta tayo sa weekly para mas klaro sa inyo. Ay, eto na nga siya. May resistance pang malapit, 1,805. Sige, let's reframe our mindset. Isipin na lang natin, we are still given this big chance to accumulate. Kasi wala naman talagang problema sa kumpanya na to. Ewan ko anong nangyayari sa world, but nila pinapabagsak ang telco. Baka may mga alam kayo. Let me know. Kasi, wala, tingnan ko nga to. May dividend, kakabigay lang nila. Look, annual. Annual. medyo slow start lang sila dito sa Q1 2023. Pero the entire 2022, magandang earnings. Pero the entire 2022, pabagsak. What the heck? So, yan ang interesting. Pero isa pang abangan nito, kung maganda ang pag-IPO ni GCash, chances are magkakaroon ng domino effect din dito sa Globe. Yan. So, that is Globe Converge. Isa pang tawag nito, isa pang telco na pinapabagsak din nila. Ayan, 'di ba? So we're on a weekly chart here, also sitting at a support area. So pa-constrict na ng pa-constrict yung Bollinger Band. So ang abangan nyo na lang dyan sa Bollinger Band, two things. Double-edged sword dito. Pag ang sentiment mostly happening below the MA20, yung lower Bollinger Band ang tinitrigger, then chances are may continuation pababa. Pero kapag dito, may sign na tayo na andyan na eh. Ha? Tumuhid tayo, nakasampa tayo ngayon sa MA20 line. So, kapag nag-green pa, isa pang green candlestick, and most especially pag tinrigger ito, above the, yung upper Bollinger Band, that's a good sign. Okay? Grabing binagsak nito. At one point, umabot pa siya ng, wow, 40 plus last year. So, if you see, let's see, positive naman ng earnings. Oo. So, something to consider. Tingnan nyo rin yung news. Kung may mga possible na reason why the decline is happening, then something to uh, weigh as well. Pero in terms of their revenue, positive naman sila eh. So, it's really the market sentiment. Siguro overall sa telco. But please enlighten me pag may alam kayo sa telco, bakit sila bumabagsak din. That would be very helpful kasi alam natin, slowly people are entering the channel and a lot of them are also newbies. So, ibig sabihin, any insights that you can share here, marami kayong matutulungan. Kasi most of the content I prepare here are, related to technicals. I just look at the chart. And minsan pag may mga nasasagap akong bali-balita, then I can share, pero hindi lahat nakaka-capture ko. So I do appreciate those folks who are really taking the time to share their thoughts and what they know. Sobrang helpful yan. Um, Now let's talk about Dito. Si Dito ay may support sa around 2.40, ano? Pero hopefully that's a good sign kasi dating lowest point niya is 2.21. Umakyat a little bit higher than the previous points here. Nung nagbagsak, it's 2.40, a little bit higher than the previous low. So, posible, this could be a sign na baka gagawa na siya ng uptrend niya dahil a little bit higher na tayo than the previous low eh. So, 3 days siyang nag-stick sa area na yan. Ito oh. Dito sa level na to. So, ibig sabihin, um, baka nga gagawa siya ng support na. So, if you wanna try it out, pero hindi masyado maganda yung financials nito ha. Kung gusto niyo pasukin, I would understand because this is a position trading attractive for those people who wants to do position trading. Medyo okay to na level. At saka sobrang mura. Alright? At abangan nyo na lang yung mga resistance areas niya like 2.72. Yan. Bakit ako nakalagay dyan? Apa yan? Tuwing pindot ko may linya. What is happening here? Don't mind the lines below ha. For some reason, nagagawa siya ng sarili niyang mundo. Ito ay support. Ito ay also support. Okay? So, may resistance kang konti dito. So, kapag umakyat to, baka dyan. Dyan siya aabot. Magkano kaya yan? Okay, so that's a good 13%. So if you want to be on the safer side, pag mag-gain ka at malapit ka na sa resistance, mag-lock in ka ng gains kasi uh, the sad thing here is that ito kasing si Dito, hindi siya for some reason umuusad. Pag may recovery siya, short-lived. Alam mo yun? Short-lived, dead cat bounce, yun ang mga eksena niya. So, it might take some time before this thing recovers. Hopefully, kasi heavily, ano to eh, yung funding nila galing sa loan. Kaya nagbabayad utang pa rin to. So, kahit may revenue sila because taas ng utang, hindi pa rin sila maka-apak ng positive sa revenue nila. So, pang ano lang talaga, day trade or pang position trade. Pero in terms of long term, mag-isip-isip muna kayo. Okay? Kahit although ako, personally, I still have positions here. May mga bad moves ako sa dito. Sayang, ang laki na sang kita ko noon eh, pero hindi ko in-exit. Okay, so GMA7, after that, It Bulaga Eksena, nag-drop siya, slowly nag-recover din naman, pero just know that you are at the resistance area. Ang candlestick ay paliit ng paliit. So, ibig sabihin yan, people might take profit at bumalik. So, stay on the sidelines muna kasi baka may sign of weakness pa to. Now, what's going to change the picture is kapag may one candlestick ka above the MA20. Although itong dalawang maliit na to above the MA20 pero hindi yan enough. Walang volume mo. So, the only exception to what I'm saying right now is pag may isang candlestick above the MA20. So, breakout yon, breakout of the downtrend ang mangyayari dyan. Pero, pag ang sentiment bukas mostly going down, chances are pwede pang balikan itong 8 peso level. Okay? So, yun po siya ang ating remaining stocks for this evening. Okay? So, good luck in your trades tomorrow. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and drop a comment. Okay? Bye-bye for now.